A court in military-ruled Myanmar has found the deposed leader Aung San Suu Kyi guilty of 5 counts of corruption, wrapping up marathon proceedings that have been condemned in the West as a sham. 77-year-old Ms Suu Kyi was arrested when the military seized power on the 1st of February last year in a coup that ended a decade of tentative democracy and plunged the country into chaos. Karishma Vaswani has more.
Aung San Suu Kyi has been sentenced to a further 7 years in prison for 5 more charges, taking the total number of years she's been sentenced to 33, for a total of 19 charges. Now, these include corruption, breaching the Official Secrets Act and flouting COVID restrictions. The specific charges she's been convicted of today deal with the hiring and maintaining of a helicopter that's been described as having caused a loss to the state. But in the past, she's also been charged and convicted of things like illegally possessing walkie-talkies. Now, human rights groups have called the trial a sham, and Ms Suu Kyi herself has denied all of these counts, saying the cases are absurd. It's also, frankly, really hard to get clear and concise information about what's going on the ground in Myanmar, because the trial is being held behind closed doors. Now, we understand that her legal team will lodge an appeal, but whether that will be heard and what the outcome might be is still unclear. Her lawyers have been barred from discussing her case in public. Increasingly, the prospects of any type of democratic momentum in Myanmar do look bleak, and Ms Suu Kyi and many members of her party are among more than 16,600 people who've been arrested by the junta since they seized power. 13,000 remain in prison, according to the Assistance Association for Political Prisoners. It's also estimated that more than 2,600 people have been killed in the military's crackdown on dissent so far. International condemnation, though, is growing. Last week, the UN Security Council called on the military government to release Ms Suu Kyi in its first ever resolution on Myanmar since she was ousted in a coup in 2021. How much weight that will carry, if any, frankly, with Myanmar's military rulers, though, is unclear.